Don't you hate it when you start your video and then after 10 minutes of talking, the camera turns off because you didn't actually press record? Should we try that again? Oh, hi caramba. Well, ladies and gents, welcome along to another video. Second intro for me, first one for you. We are out today on Ducati's Multistrada V4 Rally Radar. Now yes, that is a mouthful, I do agree. I donned the Multistrada, the best bike for 23, so I thought I'd take it out for 24 and see if I think it's still up there at the top of the leaderboard. Where else would we start? They're talking about the heart of this bike, which is the engine, of course. This is the V4 Gran Turismo. The stats don't lie, this thing has got 1,158cc, 170 brake horsepower, and 125 Nm of torque. All in, it's quick, but it's also punchy, which for me is the perfect combination of any engine. I've currently got it in sport mode, and let me tell you, this throttle response is so smooth, it's just easy to pick up fast. There's no jerkiness on that 10% pickup, and the engine is lovely. Not only that, the quick shifter up and down, it's just so smooth, it makes it a joy to ride. I think, as you can tell, only after 15 minutes, I'm still loving this bike. Obviously, this thing is built for long distance touring. Let's start with some of those features then. So looking at the windscreen is adjustable, one-handed. You can then push it up or pull it. Push it up? You can push it down or pull it up. Too many manufacturers out there are doing windscreens that need two-hand adjustment, or you just can't adjust it whilst riding, like the NC1100. Now in its lowest form, it is a little bit noisier in the helmet. It's kind of hitting my eyebrow level, but then we raise it up and it pushes it up to the tip of the helmet. And the other good thing, it's got the winglets left and right of the screen, is it means it pushes that air kind of a little bit further, so your shoulders aren't getting bashed around by the wind as well. So overall, it's a nice, relaxed riding bubble. It is mid-20s today. I am sweating out. Woo! But the good thing is, so far, there's no heat coming between my legs. Looking at some of the electronics then, obviously we've got our LEDs all around, daytime running lights, but we've also got cornering lights, which are really nice to see, because if you've ever ridden a bike at night, the corners just go into darkness as the light beam just disappears. We've got a massive screen at the front, colour TFT, but the other good thing about this screen is it's got a phone connectivity, which then gives you full map navigation, which is ideal for doing a bit of touring. Especially if you don't want to then start putting any sat-navs or anything on the handlebars. But we know when your phone is connected, it does use a lot of juice. Ducati have thought about that. Don't you worry. Left-hand side, just under the GoPro, there's a little cubby hole. And in that cubby hole, there is a USB charger. So you can put it on charge, leave it in there, and then forget about it, and it'll be charged when you get to wherever you're going. With this model being the radar, it means we've got the radar at the front, which gives us the adaptive cruise control, which is perfect for any of that long distance touring. Just means you can set your cruise control speed, and then it'll keep a certain distance between you and the car in front. And what's nice as well, you can adjust that distance. I'm 6'1" and 115 kilos, and I fit in this cockpit really nicely. Ergonomically, top half, the handlebars are in just that nice neutral position. Not too far, not too close. The peg to knee ratio is spot on. I could definitely see myself doing plenty of miles on this, whereas some of the other bikes that are designed for a bit more long distance, the triangle between your feet and your knees and your hips is a little bit too tight, which does mean after an hour or so you do want to jump off. We've got fully adjustable suspension, we've got Brembo brakes, and let me tell you, these brakes are pretty good. With the electronic suspension, obviously you can change the settings whilst you're riding. You go from single rider with luggage, two rider with luggage, or fully auto. And that's all done by the left-hand switchgear. Now, looking at the pricing then, so for the normal V4 Rally in Ducati Red, that's going to set you back around the £23,000 mark. The V4 Rally in the kind of black, silver, red trim, I think it looks better. That's going to set you back about 24 grand. And then if you want the V4 Rally Radar, about 24,260. And then if you wanted to go one up, I believe there's the V4S Rally as well on top of all that. I've never seen so many different model lines before looking at the V4 Multistrada. You can literally pick whichever one you want to suit whatever type of riding you want to do. Oh, it is nice in this shade. Let's find somewhere to pull over. I'm gonna have a little walk around. And yes, this thing can wheelie. You might see on the right hand side of the screen it keeps flashing up. That's the anti-wheelie kicking in. Stop eating my phone, please. Shh, 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 shh. Come on. Nope. No, thank you. That's my water bottle. That's my coat. Well, I must say this is a first. Being surrounded by horses. I keep eating my stuff. My phone, the tripod, water bottle, my jacket, my helmet, my bag. What are you going to do? Eh? Okay, so I'm going to try and do this walk around while still surrounded by the horses. And hopefully they don't want to keep eating my stuff. So this bike is weighing in at 238 kilos, which in the grand scheme of bikes nowadays isn't actually that heavy. I've got the GSA and that thing's like 260 kilos. So seeming that this bike has a 30-litre tank and is still under 240 kilos is impressive. That flat patch there on the front of the nose, that's the radar. I think just the front, like the looks, the styling, it just all works really, really well. It's got a broad stance, but not a wide stance. Like the GSA just looks really big at the front because it's obviously got the bulbous tank, whereas this got the same size tank, but it just looks stocky. So the seat on this bike is between 870 and 890. It's going to have some internal adjustments, but the extremities that you can do with other accessories takes this from as low as 805 to as high as 905 mil. So it really does cater for pretty much everyone. So no excuses from you shorter riders saying it's too big. Like I said, with the colour scheme, it's got that kind of brushed aluminium. It just looks really, really nice in this colour scheme compared to the straight red. Personal opinions. Either side of the engine, you've got the radiators and then you've got these fins which direct the hot air away from the rider rather than just coming straight back towards your legs. Side stand and centre stand as standard. And then we've got the integrated kind of pannier luggage system, which is really nice. There's no extra racking needed for it. Also rear radar, which then is going to give us blind spot detection, which is located on the inner side of both mirrors. Illuminated switchgear. This is going to be your jog dial for the screen. Moving it up or down moves top left hand corner between the Ducati Connect. Adaptive cruise control, when you go onto that, that's where you can then select how far or close to the vehicle in front you want to be. Obviously, because it's connected to your phone, you've got your music and your phone, and you can deal with the volume as well. I must admit, there are quite a few buttons going on with the left-hand switchgear. With the right hand on the far side over here, that's going to be a heated grips button. It's quite far over, but I suppose if you do it with your left finger, actually it's not too bad. This is that cubby hole I was on about with the USB charging point just at the top there. Remember, I'm 6'1", and I've got both balls of my feet on the ground, but no way at the minute am I getting heels to the floor. The horses have finally left me alone. I've cooled down a little bit, so let's go and get hot and sweaty again and jump on the bike and finish off the review. Another good thing with this bike, it does have hill hold control. So I'm on a slight incline, squeeze the brake hard, holds it for you. Another very handy thing that Ducati have done is obviously this has got 170 brake horsepower. That's a lot of brake to take it off-road. When you put this in off-road mode, it drops the brake horsepower down to 115, which will make this beast just that little bit more manageable. I'm not sure though if I'd want to take 24 odd grand off-road. Kudos to those that do. I just don't know if it's me. So looking through the modes then, we've got urban, sport, touring and enduro. Got it in urban right now. And the throttle is not as aggressive. Much easier to ride, slower and a little bit smoother. But then again, I do like having the throttle quite snatchy. I like it aggressive. I think I can easily say that right now, this is still the best bike for me. Yeah, we are halfway through 24, but just all of it as a package, the engine, the handling, the technology, just all of it is spot on. Now with that heated grip button being over there, it is a little bit hard to get to without removing your hands off the handlebar. It's just a little bit too far back on itself. Well, my finger would have to move back on itself is what I mean. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that at slower town speeds, lower RPM, just like the Diavel, it shuts off, I want to say the back two cylinders, and it just uses the front. It will help with vibrations, it will help with fuel consumption, it will help with the heat. It's cool that they can do it, and I'm glad they have. Ay, ay, ay. If I won the lottery, 100% I could see myself owning one of these as my long distance touring motorcycle. It is just that good. Putting it out there. Hold up. Wait a minute. Well guys, if you've enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. More importantly, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, if you do want to come and test ride one of these bad boys or any of the Ducatis, head on over to Riders of Bridgewater. They've got a decent selection of demo bikes just waiting for you to throw your leg over them. Well guys, nothing else to say, but until the next one, ride safe.